For decades, American-made trucks dominated the road. They were more than just vehicles, they were icons. The Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado, and Dodge Ram ruled highways, job sites, and driveways across the country. Year after year, they embodied raw power, durability, and American pride. In 2020, the Ford F-Series sold a staggering 787,422 units, making it the best-selling vehicle in the U.S. for over 40 years. The Chevrolet Silverado followed closely, with 586,675 units sold, while the Dodge Ram claimed 563,676 sales that year, according to Good Car Bad Car. Strong, powerful, and built to last, these trucks represented America's love affair with rugged utility and unstoppable performance. But as these titans of the road cemented their legacy, a newcomer quietly rolled into the scene, a pickup from Japan. Unassuming at first, it was designed for a different kind of driver, someone who valued reliability, versatility, and endurance over sheer size. The Toyota Tacoma was an outsider, a mid-sized truck daring to challenge the American giants.
Rear-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive, etc. But fundamentally, the underpinnings are the same. So when we went to think about that, we really did look at whether or not we wanted to put the V6 twin turbo into the Tacoma. Obviously, that would have been really, really cool.
But really cool. There's your Raptor R, Tacoma, sure, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so for the I'll say at least
How about Tacoma Supra? How about that?
Haven't thought
I think people would think that's more of a Supra.
In a market where full-size pickups reigned supreme, many doubted its ability to stand up to the legendary F-150 or the stalwart Silverado. But soon, it would prove its worth. This is the story of how the Toyota Tacoma took on the American titans and won the hearts of truck lovers nationwide. Over the years, the Tacoma grew from an underdog to a champion, outperforming expectations and redefining what a truck could be.
Today, the Toyota Tacoma has carved out its own territory in the American pickup market. In 2021, it became the best-selling mid-sized truck in the United States, with over 252,520 units sold, according to Toyota USA. Its reputation for reliability and off-road capability has cemented its status as a fan favorite, particularly among adventure seekers and those looking for a durable, long-lasting pickup. Before we dig into this incredible journey, our analytics show that less than 1% of our viewers subscribe to our channel. We have a big goal to hit 10,000 subscribers in the next 12 months. Please hit that subscribe button to show us your support. The early days of American truck dominance. Before the arrival of the Toyota Tacoma, the American truck industry was virtually untouchable. Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge defined what it meant to be a pickup. These vehicles weren't just tools, they were lifelines for the American worker. They represented grit, power, and a can-do attitude. In the 1970s and 1980s, the Ford F-Series, Chevrolet CK, and Dodge Ram dominated the landscape. Ford's F-Series trucks, introduced in 1948, quickly grew into America's best-selling pickup, a title it has held for over 40 consecutive years. By the mid-1970s, Ford had sold over 4 million units of its F-Series trucks, according to Ford Media Center. Chevrolet, not far behind, introduced the CK series in 1960. Known for its blend of heavy-duty capability and daily usability, the CK series went on to sell over 1.2 million units by the early 1980s, according to Motor Trend. And then came Dodge, with its Ram trucks hitting the scene in the 1980s. Dodge embraced bold styling and innovation, becoming known for trucks that could handle the toughest jobs, hauling the heaviest loads.
We had a truck for those buckets of customers that put a preference on one thing or another. So for the off-road guys, we got our TRX model. For the on-road guys, we have our Sport model. And for the guys that really want to go fast, and gals, we have the RT model, which is the fastest pickup truck that we make. It's a short box configuration. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all, 5.7 Hemi-liter engine. Mike's going to talk to you about some of the technical innovations that go into the product that allow us to make that claim it's the fastest pickup truck that we have.
By 1989, the Dodge Ram had cemented its place in American culture, with nearly 200,000 units sold annually, according to Good Car Bad Car. These trucks weren't just vehicles. They were the backbone of American industries. Farmers, construction workers, and factory laborers relied on these machines day in and day out. Ford, Chevy, and Dodge understood this need and delivered trucks that could withstand the test of time. During this period, the Ford F-Series earned its reputation for being built Ford tough, with engines capable of towing upwards of 10,000 pounds, according to Ford.com. The Chevy CK series, meanwhile, became known for its versatility, with over 60 different configurations available by the 1980s, catering to every possible need, be it for work or recreation, according to Chevy Archives. Automotive historian. In the 1970s and 1980s, owning a pickup truck wasn't just about utility. It was a symbol of American identity. Ford, Chevy, and Dodge trucks were integral to the American dream. If you needed to haul materials, tow a trailer, or navigate tough terrain, you turned to these trucks. Truck enthusiast. Back then, trucks were built with one thing in mind: work. The designs were simple, but the focus was on power and longevity. The engines were made to last, the frames could take a beating, and these trucks became almost like family members to the people who owned them. Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge didn't just dominate the market. They defined what Americans expected from their trucks. By 1985, pickup trucks accounted for more than 20% of all vehicle sales in the United States, according to Statista, with Ford and Chevy leading the charge. These trucks were built for the American worker, and their durability became legendary. The Ford F-150, in particular, became an icon of American engineering. In 1982, it became the best-selling vehicle in America, a record it continues to hold to this day. According to Ford Media Center, the F-Series has sold over 40 million units globally since its inception, making it the best-selling truck of all time. These trucks were more than metal and machinery. They were a part of the American way of life. Built for power, built for work, and built to last, Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge pickups stood as symbols of American strength and ingenuity. But as the decades rolled on, a new competitor would arrive from overseas. An outsider with a vision for the future and a determination to challenge the giants. The birth of Toyota Tacoma. In the early 1980s, Toyota had already established itself as a reliable automaker in the US market, but there was one vehicle class where it was gaining momentum: compact pickups. With the Hilux, Toyota saw early success, capitalizing on consumers looking for an affordable, durable, and fuel-efficient alternative to the larger American trucks of the time. By the mid-1980s, Toyota's compact pickups became a staple for tradesmen, outdoor enthusiasts, and families alike, but the market was evolving, and the demand for something even more refined was growing. Toyota Tacoma, a truck that would redefine what it meant to be a compact pickup. Unlike its predecessor, the Hilux, which had a utilitarian focus, the Tacoma was designed with American consumers in mind. It balanced ruggedness with comfort and introduced a range of features that appealed to daily drivers as much as adventurers. The Tacoma was Toyota's response to a growing demand for pickups that could seamlessly shift from workhorse to commuter vehicle. It offered a more car-like driving experience, but retained the off-road capabilities that Toyota pickups were known for. Under the hood, the Tacoma featured two engine options at launch: a 2.4-liter inline-4, which produced 142 horsepower, and a more robust 3.4-liter V6, churning out 190 horsepower. This V6 gave the Tacoma a level of performance that allowed it to compete with larger trucks, while still maintaining a nimble, compact footprint. Compare the Tacoma's engine to that of the larger American trucks at the time, showing power and fuel efficiency comparisons. The Tacoma's 3.4-liter V6 provided a balance between power and fuel efficiency, a key consideration for consumers. According to Motor Trend magazine, the Tacoma's V6 engine could tow up to 5,000 pounds, which made it competitive in a market dominated by larger American trucks with similar towing capacities but lower fuel efficiency. Early market reception and skepticism. When it first hit the market, the Tacoma faced some skepticism. Many questioned if this smaller truck could hold its own in a market dominated by American heavyweights like the Ford Ranger and Chevrolet S10.
How do we design a vehicle with this new value for customers? We want to design a truck thinking about people like using their trucks, not just to get from place to place, but a truck is part of their day and part of their equipment.
We listen to our customers carefully about what their requirements are, and then we design something that's going to fit that expectation. You know, looking at the durability, the capability, the power, we had to express that clearly in the design.
Critics pointed out that while it was more refined, the Tacoma lacked the brute power that many truck buyers were accustomed to. But Toyota had a different vision. Instead of competing on power alone, they emphasized reliability, build quality, and longevity. And this strategy worked. According to Automobile Magazine, by the late 90s, the Tacoma earned a reputation for its bulletproof reliability, quickly outlasting many of its American counterparts. Engineering excellence. At the heart of the Tacoma's success was its engineering. Toyota engineers approached the Tacoma with a design philosophy that blended form with function. While the truck maintained a smaller size compared to traditional pickups, it didn't sacrifice durability. The Tacoma's body-on-frame construction was designed to handle extreme off-road conditions, while the suspension system provided a smooth ride on pavement. Expert commentary. The goal was to make a truck that could handle anything the average user could throw at it. Whether you were hauling tools to a job site or venturing deep into the mountains, the Tacoma had to deliver reliability under any circumstances. What set the Tacoma apart from its competitors was how it blended rugged utility with everyday practicality. The truck wasn't just for contractors or off-road enthusiasts. It was for anyone who wanted the flexibility of a truck without the bulk of a full-size vehicle. According to Consumer Reports, the Tacoma became a popular choice for suburban drivers who wanted a vehicle that could handle both the daily commute and weekend adventures. By 1998, the Tacoma was one of the best-selling compact pickups in the U.S., outselling competitors like the Ford Ranger and Chevrolet S10 in key markets. Legacy and lasting impact. The Tacoma's success wasn't just a flash in the pan. Over the decades, it became a symbol of durability and long-term value. Even today, early Tacoma models from the late 1990s are still seen on the road, a testament to Toyota's commitment to quality engineering. According to J.D. Power, the Tacoma consistently ranks among the highest in customer satisfaction and resale value, a trend that has continued through every generation. The birth of the Tacoma wasn't just about introducing a new truck to the market. It was about creating a legacy that has shaped the way we think about compact pickups, blending the durability of a workhorse with the comfort of a daily driver. Today, the Tacoma continues to be a leader in its class, a truck built not just for today, but for the long haul. Breaking the mold, what made the Tacoma different? The Tacoma wasn't just another compact truck. It broke the mold. What set it apart wasn't just its size, but its resilience. Toyota had a different kind of buyer in mind, those who needed versatility, reliability, and off-road capability, but without the bulk and fuel consumption of a full-size truck. For these buyers, the Tacoma became the go-to choice, especially in regions where off-road performance was just as important as on-road reliability. According to Automobile Magazine, the Tacoma became a leader in the compact pickup segment, earning a loyal following among adventurers, contractors, and families alike.
And stuff, but really, I think he bought it because it's got this cool hood scoop on it. Now, since it's four-wheel drive, you got drive shafts in the front and the back. You can see they have upgraded suspension systems. They ride much smoother than they used to. Get out, people! The splash pan, it ain't no piece of cheap plastic. They've gone back to metal. As you see, it's got nice large wheels, gigantic differential in the back, and of course, it's a full-frame truck. This isn't one of these unibody clunkers.
Toyota's design philosophy for the Tacoma was simple: rugged reliability, no matter the terrain. Unlike some competitors, Toyota didn't just design a smaller truck. It designed a truck for those who expected to push it to the limit. The Tacoma was equipped with high ground clearance, available four-wheel drive, and heavy-duty shocks that allowed it to tackle some of the toughest trails in the world. The introduction of Toyota's TRD, Toyota Racing Development, off-road packages, particularly the TRD Pro in 2015, took things to the next level. The TRD Pro featured upgraded suspension, all-terrain tires, reinforced skid plates, and a locking rear differential, making it one of the most off-road capable trucks on the market. According to Four Wheeler magazine, the TRD Pro could handle environments that would leave many other trucks stranded. Perhaps what really set the Tacoma apart was its reputation for lasting hundreds of thousands of miles. While many trucks were designed for performance or aesthetics, the Tacoma was designed to last. According to IC Cars, the Toyota Tacoma ranks among the top 5 longest-lasting vehicles, with over 2.8% of Tacomas on the road having logged over 200,000 miles, double the industry average for trucks. From the desert sands of Arizona to the icy roads of Alaska, Tacoma drivers report their trucks continuing to run smoothly even after decades of use. For Toyota, this wasn't just a coincidence, it was a priority. The durability of the Tacoma wasn't just a marketing claim. It was proven by decades of real-world driving and the testimonials of loyal customers. The Tacoma wasn't just about toughness. What made it truly different was how it could be both a workhorse and a comfortable daily driver. It offered the versatility that many buyers were seeking, especially those who needed a truck for everyday life, but didn't want the burden of a full-size pickup. Its compact size made it easier to maneuver in cities and suburbs without sacrificing towing capacity or off-road capability. According to Edmunds, Tacoma buyers consistently cite its versatility as one of the top reasons for choosing it over American competitors. It wasn't just a truck for the backcountry or the construction site, it was a truck for all aspects of life. The American Titans respond. The rise of the Toyota Tacoma didn't go unnoticed. As sales surged throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, American automakers took note. What started as a compact pick with off-road prowess and reliability had quickly become a dominant force in the U.S. market. Tacoma's blend of rugged capability and everyday practicality shook up the American truck market in ways that few had anticipated. American manufacturers had grown comfortable, focusing largely on full-size trucks, leaving the mid-size segment to wither. But Toyota's success with the Tacoma sent a clear message: there was a market for smaller, more versatile pickups.
We've improved the corrosion performance, and the great part about this frame architecture is that we're able to use fundamentally the same silhouette and the same frame pitch across all of the brothers, and what we're able to do is actually reduce the gauge based on the strength requirements that we need. Now, you've probably heard about our Tacoma technology, which is effectively using laser welded blanks in areas of high stress or areas where we need particularly strong sections. By doing this, we can minimize the rest of the frame general material thickness and use those larger, thicker blanks in those very concentrated areas. This allows us to reduce the overall mass while maintaining exceptional strength. And of course, you know, we're always trying to bring the mass on these vehicles down to improve fuel economy and efficiency.
It was time to adapt. In response, Ford reintroduced the Ranger to the U.S. market in 2019 after nearly a decade of absence. Once a key player in the mid-size truck segment, the Ranger had been discontinued in 2011 as Ford focused on its full-size F-Series. But Toyota's dominance in the mid-size segment proved that compact trucks still had a future. The redesigned Ranger featured a 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine, delivering 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, offering impressive power while still maintaining fuel efficiency. An essential feature in a post-recession world where consumers were more budget-conscious than ever. According to Motor Trend, the Ranger's reintroduction marked Ford's attempt to reclaim its share in a segment that Toyota had essentially cornered. Meanwhile, Chevrolet, another American titan, recognized the need to revamp its own midsize offering, the Colorado. First introduced in 2004, the Colorado had struggled to find its footing in a market increasingly dominated by the Tacoma. But in 2015, Chevrolet made a bold move to reimagine the truck from the ground up. The new Colorado was equipped with a 3.6-liter V6 engine, delivering 308 horsepower, and offered a diesel option, something the Tacoma lacked. According to Car and Driver, the Colorado's diesel option made it a formidable competitor for those needing towing capacity and fuel economy, positioning it as a serious contender in the midsize segment. By 2010, the Tacoma was outselling most of its midsize competitors by a wide margin. According to Statista, Toyota had captured over 50% of the midsize truck market, leaving Ford, Chevrolet, and other manufacturers scrambling to regain ground. While the reintroduced Ford Ranger and revamped Chevrolet Colorado saw success in recapturing some of the market, Toyota's Tacoma maintained its lead, selling over 238,000 units in 2020 alone, compared to around 101,000 for the Ranger and 96,000 for the Colorado, according to Good Car, Bad Car. Customer loyalty, the secret behind Tacoma's endurance. Few trucks inspire the kind of loyalty that the Toyota Tacoma does. It's not just a vehicle, it's part of a lifestyle. Across the U.S., Tacoma owners gather at meetups showing off their trucks, many with hundreds of thousands of miles, each with a story to tell.
In fact, the third-generation Tacoma is so safe that the only vehicle in its class that outdoes it in standard safety features is the Honda Ridgeline. Well, congratulations, Ridgeline. You actually did something that was class-leading.
For Tacoma owners, it's not uncommon to keep their trucks for decades. From the desert highways of Arizona to the rugged mountains of Colorado, these trucks have proven their worth time and time again. The secret to Tacoma's endurance lies not just in its engineering, but in the loyalty of its customer base. The Toyota Tacoma is more than just a truck. It's a long-term investment. Known for its legendary durability and high resale value, the Tacoma holds a unique position in the truck market. According to Kelley Blue Book, the Tacoma consistently ranks as one of the top vehicles in resale value, maintaining up to 60% of its value after 5 years, an achievement that many competitors struggle to match. This level of retention is unmatched in the mid-size truck segment. Whether it's the 2005 model or the latest 2023 edition, Tacoma owners know they're making an investment that pays off over time. It's one of the reasons the truck has such a loyal following. According to J.D. Power, the Toyota Tacoma has ranked among the top vehicles in dependability for over a decade. It's consistently rated as one of the most reliable trucks on the road, with fewer major mechanical issues compared to its competitors. And reliability translates into value. The Tacoma's low cost of ownership, combined with its high resale value, means that even after hundreds of thousands of miles, these trucks remain a solid financial choice. According to Edmunds, the Tacoma is the top-rated mid-size truck in terms of cost of ownership over 5 years. Built to endure the toughest conditions, the Tacoma's durability is the backbone of its success. From its reinforced frame to its off-road capabilities, every element of the truck is designed to go the distance. That's why so many Tacomas still roam the roads after decades of use. From the first-generation model to the latest edition, Toyota has built the Tacoma to last. It's one of the reasons why it's not uncommon to see Tacomas from the 1990s still on the road today, logging over 300,000 miles with ease. But it's not just about the truck itself, it's the community that's grown around it. Tacoma owners have formed a unique bond, united by their shared experiences and trust in the brand. For many, their Tacoma is more than just a vehicle, it's a lifelong companion. The loyalty to the Tacoma goes beyond practicality. It's a truck that has earned the trust and admiration of its owners, and that loyalty is passed down through generations, ensuring that the Tacoma's legacy will endure for years to come. Customer loyalty is the secret behind the Tacoma's endurance. Built on a foundation of reliability, durability, and high resale value, the Tacoma has become more than just a truck. It's a symbol of trust and long-lasting performance. With every mile driven, Tacoma owners reaffirm their commitment to a vehicle that's built for the long haul. Generation after generation, the Tacoma endures, not just because it's built to last, but because its owners know it will never let them down. Conclusion: the outsider that became a champion. The Toyota Tacoma didn't just enter the American market, it redefined it. When it debuted in 1995, many saw it as an outsider, a smaller, foreign truck trying to compete in a landscape dominated by American heavyweights.
I think that the V6 engine in the Ranger Raptor is more interesting, better, faster. Paddle shifters definitely were nice. There were no paddle shifters in the TRD Pro, so, you know, I put it in the sportiest modes, but I was at the mercy of the shift logic, which wasn't always correct. So I went into the tight stuff and it didn't downshift. I was in the wrong gear. And yeah, the suspension was good, but it wasn't amazing. It didn't have the feeling that the Bronco Raptor, the Ranger Raptor, and the F-150 Raptor give you, which is that you could drive it off a building and it would go, right? It wasn't quite that level. It was good, but it wasn't amazing. The Tacoma's always been, I think, a great size truck and a great looking truck. I think that these things look absolutely awesome, especially this one with the Trail Hunter badging, and it's got that extra back rack thing out there so you can strap some traction boards to it. But most importantly, I think that this iForce Max power plant, the hybrid with the 2400 watt plugs in it and all this overlands, it suits this style more. Long adventure, durability, reliability, more than it does the high-speed Baja stuff. So the TRD Pro wouldn't be my choice in the Tacoma lineup.
But over the decades, the Tacoma did more than just compete. It triumphed. It challenged the status quo, going head-to-head with American giants who had long held the mid-size truck market. But Toyota's approach was different. Rather than relying solely on power or size, they focused on what truck owners truly needed: reliability, durability, and versatility. By 2020, the Toyota Tacoma had become the best-selling mid-size truck in the US, with over 238,000 units sold that year alone, outselling competitors like the Ford Ranger and Chevy Colorado by significant margins, according to Good Car, Bad Car. The Tacoma had achieved something extraordinary. It didn't just carve out a space in the market, it redefined what drivers expected from a mid-size truck. The Tacoma didn't just win on numbers, it became a cultural symbol, known for its reliability, with thousands of owners reporting trucks that have lasted over 200,000 miles. It earned the trust of drivers across the country. According to IC Cars, more than 2.8% of Tacomas on the road today have passed that milestone, nearly double the average for other mid-size trucks. It wasn't just a truck for commuting or towing. It became synonymous with adventure. From weekend warriors heading into the backcountry to tradesmen relying on its toughness for daily work, the Tacoma became a trusted partner. Over the years, the Tacoma has evolved, adapting to new technologies and challenges, yet staying true to its core identity, a truck built to last. It has outpaced competitors by continually offering innovation without sacrificing what made it great. Even as the mid-size truck market saw renewed interest from Ford, Chevrolet, and others, the Tacoma remained the standard to beat. So the next time you see a Tacoma on the road, remember, it's not just a truck. It's a symbol of how innovation, persistence, and listening to the needs of drivers can create a true automotive legend. The Toyota Tacoma, once an outsider, now stands as a champion. A truck that redefined an entire segment, built to endure and inspire the next generation of drivers and adventurers alike. If you liked the progress of the Toyota Tacoma, don't forget to subscribe so you can watch more videos.
It was our pleasure to spend some time with you. Thank you for watching the WTH channel. Let us know what you think of this video in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more content.